What's going on, everybody? It's Fade Dating Coach Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about how to properly ignore a guy, right? And you'll see why I'm doing this. Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Just click the red button below. I love you forever, but not as much as I will love the women who click the bell notification. And on top of that, happy Valentine's Day. If you're watching this, it's probably not so happy. You're probably single, or you're heartbroken, or you're going through some bullshit. Especially if you're watching this video, it means things aren't going right. You want to know how to get that guy back, or just show him what's up. Okay, so let's jump into this. The reason I was using quotations first off is I am not a big believer in ignoring someone. If it comes down to that on either side, the relationship's probably not going to work out, okay? Just my opinion, right? I'm a nobody. Who knows, right? I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not Elliot Scott. I haven't been doing this for years. Who knows, right? But just to me, I would say the relationship's pretty much already done, because when you start doing things like ignoring someone, that's ego-based. It's ego-based, meaning, oh, I'm ignoring him because he ignored me, or vice versa. I'm ignoring her because she's a fucking bitch. It could be anything like that. And it's, I don't, it's that someone's everyone's a piece of fucking shit. If the guy's ignoring you, he's a piece of shit. And 3, it's, I don't see your value. I don't care. I don't care. God damn it. Type of thing. So, it's not really going to work well. So women will ask me then, well, what do I do? I would pull away. But again, why, or what's the right way to pull away? That's what this video is about. That's what people were asking me with my last video. And there's 2 ways of doing it, right? There's the way of creating gaps in between things. So gaps in between texting, gaps in between seeing someone, things like that. But then there's always the other way, which is not engaging. And what I mean by that is usually the problem isn't later on when you're doing the gaps in between the texting and stuff. The problem arises where you're seen as needy, or he's seeing you as a certain, he's seeing you in a certain light. And that's usually because of all the intensity from his part too. It's usually him. It's not you. It's usually the guy. The guy usually goes 0 to 100 in the beginning, and what happens is the girl usually goes along for the ride. But here's the thing: the guy's not going to justify his own actions. And I'm just gonna move it to the side. Can I do that? Fuck. Hold on. This is how you do it. Hold on. You mess up your hair like that, and you just put it like that. Look at that. See, I know your techniques, ladies. But he's not going to justify his own actions. If he wants to see it, he wants to see it. He knows what he wants. He knows what he's just not going to justify his own actions. And you're not going to question them, because you're going to go along with them because you like the guy and you think, hey, this is great. This is awesome. The woman usually goes along with it. So I tell women the ways of doing this is not only creating gaps in between texting, meaning don't text them right away. Wait 15, 20, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. And always, you could be gone, busy, gym, things like that. That's one way. Another way is always giving a guy a rain check. Hey, I can't do today, but what about Sunday? Or what about this weekend? Or something like that. And he says, oh, I can't do this weekend. And I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. Let me know your fucking schedule when we can talk again. Or, I wouldn't say it like that, but you would try to make it, well, that sucks. Well, hey, I'd like to see you. Let me know your schedule next week, and we'll plan something. Again, putting the thing in his face, or the ball in his court, right? But if you're not going to do those ways, then I'm a big believer that prevention is key, right? Prevention is what's important, which is the beginning part. You don't have to engage with him all of a sudden. I just had a client. I'm not going to put her information out there. She'll be all right with this part because she's a repeat client. Love her to death. I just had a session with her today, and this guy asked her to go on a trip with her, or with him, for a month, right? And they already were talking for a month. And even though this guy said yes to the trip, or yes, I want you to come with me. Now, she didn't go on the trip because the guy freaked out before that. But this is a good example of a guy who I think did like the girl, or does like the girl, But liking in a relationship are two different things. And I like you, which is why I made that comment. But then reality kicked in and logic kicked in. I'm like, oh no, that's too fast. And then the guy freaks out and he gets in his own head. It's the guy's fault 100%. But the girl would have a lot of power where she's like, hey, dude, that's a little too fast. Like, I don't know. Now the guy now made a red flag, a fuck up. Now he's going to try more to try to fix it. But what usually happens is the girl's like, yeah, I'll go along with it. Screw it. Well, I only live once, and she goes along with it. And then this kind of shit happens. So my big thing is, if you're not going to create gaps or rain checks, then prevention is key. It's just not engaging with it. If he's going to go 0 to 100 all the time in the beginning, usually when you go, here's the key line here I want you to take from this whole video. Usually when you go with it, it's not, that just doesn't mean that you went 0 to 100. It's not just about the clinginess or neediness. It's the fact that he knows he has you, right? It was too easy for him. And usually we take that for granted, so I just wouldn't engage, not only because it's, it's smarter, it's the pulling away aspect of it, but it's the fact that make him work for it. You cherish what you work for. He doesn't know he has you. Again, guys in the beginning always go 0 to 100 and women go along with it, and then he knows he has her. If there's mystery, there's curiosity, and he doesn't know where he stands with you, he is going to work until he figures out. Now, that doesn't mean be a cold bitch and be distant and don't give in. You have to know how to do the hot and cold. Because again, if you're always too far, right, it's too much work, too much effort based on the value he puts on you and vice versa. Like, you're not just going to chase the guy forever. Sometimes you're going to be like, I'm tired of it. Screw it. The guy's not even worth it. And you're going to go towards the guy who sees your value and who sees your worth, right? Same thing. If you met the guy on Tinder and you're just playing hard to get too long, he's going to replace you with another girl who's easy on Tinder. That's just how it is. So you got to know your value at the same time. But that being said, ladies, take care. I love you so much. Not as much as the ladies that are subscribed, and especially not as much as the ladies that click the bell notification. Happy Valentine's Day. Take care and peace.